social media people. This is your boy, Dub and Winning Man, aka The Coat, world's greatest rapper, wood small engine repairs and lawn care and snow removal. And I would like to give you some tips on how to make more money landscaping and doing lawn care more than what people with trailers and pickup trucks and leasing equipment will make weekly and daily if you do this method. A lot of people turn down them 30 and $35 jobs to look for the 50 and $75 cuts. Landscaping is just like a grocery store. There is no set price. So while you're blowing money, wasting time and gas looking for high end cuts and don't have no resumes, the $30 and 40 cuts are great resumes. And once everybody keeps seeing your work and your consistency, you can pad up your routes in the density. Like I give you an example in Rosedale Park, it's 1,180 houses, and I have the whole circle around all the way through. Then the main strip with commercial properties going straight down on both sides. So my density is very thick, and I always take the corner house because that's the first thing that everybody see. And if it's the biggest yard on the block, do the best job, and you'll gain that whole block within probably a year or two. Once you gain a whole block, what you do is drop every one price, give one person a free cut to hold some equipment there so you can cut the whole block. So that means if your truck is down and it's in the shop and you still to make some money, you could just go over there and cut the whole block and still know that you're going to make a daily minimum quota just to get everything fixed. You don't want to wait weeks to get everything fixed and have to wait on money. Route density is the main key because it saves you time, it saves you gas, it saves you wear and tear on your unit and your vehicles and your trailers. So turning down everybody that's in the cluster, that's in a nice area, or they got high paying customers that's willing to pay for your work, you'd be a fool to turn them down. For example, if I got 5 to 7 people on that block, two might have low end bar cuts and the rest is paying $40 to $50. Instead of charging them $75 because they got a lot or their house is that big, I'm gonna just charge them a flat rate of 50, get it done at the same time. And everybody's gonna keep running up to me every time they see me cut this block to cut theirs because they're part of that community. But being in a historic district, I have an advantage because everybody know me. I've been living over here for over 35 years, and I know every business owner. I know every city and government official. And how I started, they all grew with me. I wrote out flyers and stuff on the stencil and put out those in the stores and stuff. Then I evolved to business cards and logos on the truck and then the work uniforms. Then I bloomed. Then I had to take a pause because I had too many customers and I was building up too many assets fast and I didn't have space to put them and I didn't want to put stuff in storage and have to go travel back and forth. So I was always buying vehicles and extra cars just to store equipment in. So if one car break down, I could drive another one. Then I could put one in the shop and at the same time, that's cool and all, but basically, I was spending $300 a week just to switch cars every day, which was a waste of time. And then when I had to pay insurance, I had to come up with 1,200 to 1,800 at once. Then renew the tags and plates and all that. So I always had to have money stacked up. But then sometimes stuff can break down. It was one time I had to keep buying a new tire almost every 2 days on one work truck. Then I had to keep repairing two other vehicles, and it was like it was and paying workers and people not showing up on time. And when it rains, you fall behind schedule. But if your routes are simplified with density and your work is very valuable and everybody feel appreciated of you and don't feel ripped off, you're gonna always be longevity wise. They will wait 2 weeks for you. And this is my honest truth. On my birthday, I didn't even know I had Legionella and I didn't know I had pneumonia. I was in the hospital last June 5th. So that means from May 17th to June 5th, I was walking, a dead man walking, and didn't even know it. My customers didn't even know where I was at. Everybody thought I disappeared, but they knew something had to happen to me because I treat them right and I present myself and take care of business. I'm organizing everything. So it's like he's not no dope fiend. He's not no trick. He's not an alcoholic. He's not taking our money and doing that. Every time we see Woods, Woods is employing new people. He got equipment and he takes care of everything. So he makes everybody house look like his house in Rosedale. And that's how it's supposed to be. Even in regular neighborhoods, that grass cut is going to look like it's in a high quality area. And it's going to raise everybody property value up if everybody got a well manicured lawn. It don't matter where you at because tickets, they'll love to write a blight ticket in a minute. And before you receive the ticket, you already delinquent because they're going to send the ticket 2 weeks late on purpose. So, and this is another example. You guys is out here that's overcharging for cuts, and you always telling the people, "Oh, my stuff in the shop." I give you an example. I had another landscaper. He was begging me for help, and he needed to get his stuff fixed. So I had him meet me at the real estate company, the top real estate company in Detroit. The owner shook his hand and hired him basically because of the fact I told him that he trained me how to do this. So it was like I went from small injury repair to landscaping, all because the landscapers don't have no money for repairs because they spend it all as soon as they make it. Then every landscaper want to fault me as a small injury repairman that I know how to fix their stuff and want to give me a bad public name or want to threaten me and all that, and I had to fuck people up over that shit. You will not give me a bad reputation because I'm a small injury repairman, and you cannot blame me for not wanting to fix your shit if you don't have no money. I'm not gonna stop cutting grass, making $50 to $100 an hour to fix somebody's lawnmower that takes 45 minutes to 2 hours, and they ain't got no money. So the guy told me, "Oh, Woods, I know how to work on my own shit." And I was like, "Well, you just had me stop and hook you up with a 1 day payout, 4 hours worth of work in your area on the east side." He was like, "You can have all my east side property." So he gave him 7 up front, and one of them was a duplex. The duplex you could have charged 125 for, and all the other 6 houses you could have charged 25, and that was your 350 right there. So for 4 hours, for 1 day a week, you automatically know you got 350. That 350 is supposed to run your whole business for the next 6 days to make money off of that. So he told me he could do his own repairs. So I was like, "Why are you here? Why is you wasting my time?" So he left. Then he's gonna call me back again, like all the other landscapers, and like he been doing, jumping from landscaper, begging for help. But when you shady and you always run off, no one is going to help you. We can see who got money and who don't have money, just how you talk and you present and you carry yourself. So I actually saw what everyone was saying. You bringing a person that's hungry in front of a millionaire, and you and the millionaire can sense like this guy's stupid. He want money now, but he don't want money consistently for a whole year. So since he's running around for the big money and then got to rent a U-Haul truck and you got riding lawnmowers and stuff, you got to maintain that shit. Do you have the money and time to do that for yourself? No, you do not. So everybody think because I'm small as a repairman, I'm responsible for fixing that shit. You responsible for getting your shit fixed. You the one who broke it. So when you break your equipment and you go to the shop, do not holler and be yelling at everybody. They're going to tell you, "Sir, ma'am, there's other shops that you can go to." We don't want you yelling at us and you see it's 20 people ahead of you and you see it's 50 lawnmowers in one side of the building and you look in the back thinking you could take cuts and you realize they got another 25 back there. You're getting in people's way and you're interfering. And that's why I say these are tips that save you time, energy, headaches, gas, and mistakes from happening. If you don't have the patience, if you don't have the common sense or the awareness to know that the seasons change, to know when to make the certain move, it's like if you've been living in the same state for the last 10 to 15 years, even 5 years, and they tell you, hey, when the season is slow, bring your equipment in March and April. But if you don't have no money in March and April, you out here hustling and scraping up money and borrowing money and putting yourself in debt before you can even start your season. So now you overcharging everybody, rushing, doing half jobs, blowing the grass all in the street. The person get a ticket, or even worse, you're landscaping and you go clean one property and dump everything off that property into another property, and it's on camera and everything. Then you say somebody snitched on you. It's no snitching when there's cameras around in alleys and every street corner, every store, every door camera, and they can just put a chip in every one to see the whole outside circle. They can see you circling the block, going from this way to that way, coming to there to dump and leaving. So why would you want to keep doing that? And they got plate readers and stuff. It's not snitching. It's called stupidity. You're working on a commercial property, they got hidden cameras and they see you dump the trash on another property and they got a dumpster right there. All the businesses got a dumpster and you're going to just leave the trash and blow it behind somebody else's household, or you're going to blow it to the next commercial property. Then you wondering why the police are always targeting you and giving you tickets because you are a slum landscaper. You got slum and bum landscapers. So never be a bum landscaper. If you out here making money, don't be out here in Jordans and $100 jeans and stuff because that's all you got. Because you should, if you making money like that, you should be wearing your own logo. But you like wearing name brand, showing up, talking on the phone all loud. You can't finish the job because every house you stop at, you spend 15 minutes on the phone. You could have been halfway done or almost done, ready to leave. And if it's the next customer that's calling you or the customers you scheduled that day, a person wouldn't mind you answering the phone just to tell them, hey, I'm running a little bit late. I should be there at such and such time. They respect that and they respect you because you're looking organized. But when you up there all pull up, you got to change your clothes right there at their house. That means you was already running the streets. That means you pulled up and you just about the paper. You ain't about the relationship with this person to keep making sure you keep them. So that's why you always running around looking for new customers because you're unreliable to the ones that's paying you up front to get you started. But you're taking their money and you're tricking it, or you're doing drugs and alcohol and you're not putting it in your household. And most of you are not with your kids, but the first thing you say, I'm doing this to change my life to make more money. It's not a hustle, it's a business. When you set yourself up to make money every day, don't nothing matter but your customers. That is your bank account. That is your checkbook. That is your daily finances. That is your savings. That is your emergency funds. That means everything is covered of what you need if you take care of your customers, and they're going to always take care of you. Then once you get so many customers after you hit 30 and you're already in the density area, I got 45 in one area, 15 in this area, 15 in this area, another 7 in this area. So it's like I'm covered. And even if I'm driving or not, I can cover those areas based because every day, if I was making $300 to $400 minimum, that means if I save $50 a day for 7 days, I should have another backpack blower. Then the next week, buy me a weed whacker. Then the next week, buy me another lawnmower. Then I take it over to that location, make a deal with somebody. Okay, I was making 250 off this block Okay, you hold my equipment, I cut yours for free, just charge them. I'm still going to make an income off that block. Then I go to the next block and do the same thing. Lock myself stuff up, go back to another area. I'm killing time so fast that 15 cuts in a high density route, if you're doing 5 today, 5 today, 10 this day, 10 this day, 5, you still taking care of all your customers. But you like to go between 7 and 10. And then when you want to get you that off day, go ahead and bust you out 25 in 2 days. You see what I'm saying? Or 30 or 40 in 2 days. Buy yourself time to rest and think, because everybody gonna be in your face asking you to treat them, buy this and that because you got easy access to it. Treat yourself. Don't call nobody and tell them, yeah, what's up, photo. Every time a landscaper gets some money, that's city mentality, they call everybody to see what they're gonna do with that money with them. Then I realized by the end of the day, you only spent 40 with this guy and this girl and got drunk and high, went back to work. Then you spend some money on weed, then you spend some more money on food and gas. Next thing you know, by the time you get to the third or fourth job, you realize you blew $100. That $100 you could have still had and could have kept on working and in a row. But you can't do that if you got to go from this city to city and you going one cut at a time, and then you want to turn down everybody else. You gonna come over this block in this certain area every week. You might as well take the 3 or 4 customers right then and there. That's called a production line. And once you have a production line, that means you're going to stay in business. All you got to do is maintain that production. You can always buy new trucks, new cars, and all that later. Your production is there to pull it off. But if you're starting off leasing and you got to pay a note, you're paying a house note, car note, insurance, then another insurance for your liability to landscape, then your supplies and your upkeep and your daily costs. And not only that, your daily cost is part of your income. So if you got a daily income and you putting it into your household or your building or your business, you shouldn't take 2 or 3 weeks or a whole month to get yourself out of a hole, especially when the money's coming in like that. The whole thing is your spending habit. So you go have fun with Keisha and her girls and see what they about. Call everybody up in the hood every time some money hit your hand. You're never going to get your business off the ground socializing with people who are not going to be lifetime customers. And if you gotta search for customers, it's always because how your outside look. Everybody think dressing fresh and landscaping is going to get them customers. It's not. Now, if you was a club owner and you dress fresh, yeah, that's gonna blow your club up because everybody want to come to the club where this guy dress fresh and we all can dress fresh. Y'all got something in common. Landscaping, dressing fresh is just making you look like a fool. So that's food thoughts. And let me give everybody a shout out. How y'all doing out there? Grandpa 89, Farzan, Tank Jong, Hamilton, Denise. How everybody doing today? And I appreciate y'all and Kendall. I appreciate y'all for stopping in. And every day we learn something. Knowledge is power. So I take what everybody taught me and I teach everybody else because I'm not going to hoard. I might not share the cash, but I will share the knowledge. So the knowledge is more valuable than the cash because it's up to that person to get the cash for themselves. So I can't do the work for the world and put the money in their hand, but I can give you ideas and quick perceptions that put you in business and keep you in business for decades. This is Wood Small Injury Repairs. Go to landscaping, go to rap. Y'all have a blessed day. And once I'm stop working, I might go back to rapping again Because I know y'all miss that, busting flows off top nonstop. People get shot because this is the reason why I never stop. But let me go holler at my family and go home because over here, I I ride past my house every day and don't go in. I go to my other house where my baby's at and my family at. So remember, and another thing, if you're living in a homeowners association, you cannot run your landscaping company out your driveway or out your garage or off your property. So it's cheaper to go get you a place, set that up, secure it, have your dogs, have your animals and stuff, and you good to go. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace.